In the distant lands of eastern Zebrica, there exists a most peculiar species, the Kirin. The Kirin transform themselves into wild beasts of fire and fury when enraged, losing all sense of friend and foe. These beasts are known as Nirik. The Kirin tribes were united under the realm of Kiria, where the way of the fire teaches them to control their emotions and reject the Nirik state. Under the leadership of the Vermilion priests, the realm had been transformed into a peaceful and harmonious place. Over time, the leadership transformed into the Vermilion dynasty, which is headed by the Matriarch Superior. Not everything stayed peaceful, however. As modern ideas like capitalism swept through the realm, the Nirik state reared its head once again. To combat the threat, the Matriarch Superior Noctilucent Charm set up harsh political measures and decrees that became known as the Silence. With this, the state has now been devolved and isolated. After Noctilucent Charm passed, her daughter Rainshine became the new Matriarch Superior. Through a diplomatic mission from Equestria, she would soon realize that the Silence was a mistake. And now she's trying her best to undo it. However, discontent is brewing and the realm might soon find itself in a civil war. And so our story begins in the realm of Kiria. We are currently dealing with the vestiges of the Silence. We'll have to commit to the 3.5-year plan to reform the nation and modernize it. However, if we aren't fast enough, we might be plunged into chaos and war. So we should keep tabs on the stability. Very important. Right now, we can't do much, so let's assess the situation in the Vermilion realm. Our army is under-equipped, great start, just what you want to see. And yeah, our country, let's just say, it kinda sucks. We can't research anything, we can't really build anything, our entire society is still very backward, so we will have to fix this one, or else we don't even have modern rifles, guys. We're still using arquebuses. Hello? Well, this is very good, man. I love this. This should do well for now. So let us begin. I mean, what also doesn't help is that we are currently facing a pirate problem down in the Aberrn Isle. Yeah. We have a lot of problems. Daybreak over Vermilion. The Matriarch Superior Rainshine is now finally setting up the motion of ending the Silence. She also wishes to modernize the country and is trying to set up the first all-current plenum for national revival. This plenum will be headed by Autumn Blaze. You will do well, Autumn. I know this much. With this, we are now trying to seek out various factions to support us in our modernization effort. Well, let's dispatch the envoys. A letter from the Premier. Well, it seems a lot of Kirin are in joy now that the Silence is finally being lifted, and many are hoping for rapid modernization to catch up to the rest of the world. However, some are a bit cautious, having second thoughts about this, remembering the disaster that occurred under the previous Matriarch Superior. But for now, there will be, of course, a lot of bickering and arguing and fighting. However, waiting is never a good choice. With the guidance of the Matriarch, we shall bring a new future for all Kirin. Your devout servant, Premier Autumn Blaze. Alright, let us now start the 3.5-year plan. A plan that should make us catch up to the rest of the world in just 3.5 years. We're trying to fast-track a century's worth of lost progress in just these 3.5 years. So that's a very ambitious plan, but let's start it. The Grand Gallop Onward. The Grand Gallop Onward begins today. We will now try to modernize with the 3.5-year plan. Let's see how we will do that. Let's re-establish rulership. A fire rises in Kiria to better deal with the reforms and to get some more experience for herself in this new position, which she had just been dragged to. The Premier Autumn has invited local leaders from across the realm to tea. These meetings were very fruitful, and now she knows more about what she is dealing with. However, in one of these occasions, she learned about the so-called Rising Fire sect. The Rising Fire are very well connected with the common people, so they are very popular amongst them. Autumn has been advised to not forget the future generations that will live in their future that they dictate. This Rising Fire heresy, they could prove problematic down the line. Let's welcome the delegates. Well, the delegates have arrived. On one hand, we have Winter Frost, a priestess from Rhapsody, and her fellow mystics. She's a bit of a traditionalist and knows a lot about the religion of the realm. The other is Fickle Current. He's a Kirin who's been living in Graphonia all his life. So we're all set to modernize the realm with these two helping us. However, they don't seem to get along with each other too well. An industrial convocation. Land repossessions. Well, we are buying land from the farmers and promising them jobs and housing in the cities. However, the cities are not prepared for this massive rural-urban migration. Many slums have been formed, and a lot of the farmers who had located to the cities have no job, no money, and have to deal with overpriced food and just a miserable life. They are emptying the countryside faster than the cities can handle. Let us do agrarian consolidation. Well, it seems a group of Kirin peasants and farmers known as the Incendiaries have begun striking our modernization. They are loosely affiliated with the Rising Fire heresy. We need to deal with them, otherwise we're gonna have a massive problem here. Uh-oh. Oh. Oh no. I think we've screwed up, guys. From silence to cacophony. But the collapse of Kiria has begun, as the Rising Fire is now an open rebellion against the Matriarch Superior's realm. Rainshine is now depressed, seeing that her plan to modernize the country in just 3.5 years had utterly failed. And now the Kirian Civil War begins. And we shall stand with the rising sun. The fiery dawn. We will now crush the realm of Kiria and establish our own rule over the lands of the Kirin. The fire dance. We shall now free the Kirin and the matriarch from these radical reformers that are holding her hostage. For Concord, the matriarch and Kiria. And so the war begins. Now we have to choose between if we want to be more offensive against our enemies or a bit more defensive. However, before we will choose that, I'd rather get some equipment first. We've already encircled the division right here and trying to kill it now. I advanced a little bit. For now, this will suffice, I think. Let us recruit Kindling Flash, the peasant preacher, for some great buffs for the Civil War. And let's also recruit Tefra Blaze, army offensive expert. Alright, we now have to plan our offensives, because every state here now has the unplanned offensive modifier here. I think I'm gonna focus on up here for now in order to try and cut them off from there. Alright, we shall do the Sacred Revolution. We shall try and salvage enemy armament because, yeah, let's just say we are not gonna produce any ourselves. Call to arms for Concord and Kiria, for Concord and Kiria. Well, our first priestess protege shall now venture forth and try and gather experience to have the experience to in the future rise to great prominence. So now we shall do these decisions right here. And with that we have successfully cut them off of their capital. This here right here is impassable, so they can't pass through the mountains, which is great for us. We also captured Sorcom for supplies, and also because of the thought that I couldn't advance north the river here. But now all these troops here are gonna attrition and suffer greatly. I've also been recruiting these divisions that I edited up here to this. That's what I mainly pushed with here, and now they shall come in handy here. Let us put all these right there and then push with them up there. Well, we've mostly destroyed their armies here now. They have no supplies left, and we already cut off a lot of their troops down here, which are now all gonna die. With this, our glorious religious revolution shall most definitely succeed once we clean all these up. It's a bit dire here, but we are still holding the city here, which is all I want, honestly. And with that, we have now finally cleaned up all their troops right here. Alright. By the way, these guys also now have joined into the fight, so yeah. They don't have any troops here yet, but doesn't matter too much. And this is not great for them, by the way. I can easily cut them off here. But anyway, finally we can now fully focus on this front line with all our might. Well, we captured Verdant, and as you see, they already have lost a lot. However, they still are very powerful. I just noticed this, by the way. This would have helped a lot earlier. Now I kinda not really require that much. Whatever. Alright, we now have captured Hyacinth, one of the major port cities, and are on our way to, completely destroy them now. I think I can now activate the battle plan without a hitch, so we will definitely do that one. First, move everyone in precision and then do this so that we get planning faster, and then we are gonna try and, once and for all, destroy these reformists. Welp, Vermilion has fallen, and now it won't be long until they are fully destroyed. And there goes the realm of Kiria. We have fully destroyed it. And now for this corporatists. Yep, they don't really have that big of an army, so they were not a problem at all. And now they have fallen, which means we have once again united the lands. It's a beautiful day. Well, we, with our mostly peasant army, stand victorious, having crushed the realm of Kiria and capturing the holy and sacred city of Vermilion. We shall now try and rebuild the country after all this destruction. And now we get some more focuses. Rising Fire victorious. Well, and now it has been announced that the first of the 8 100-day campaigns shall start. These are reforms different from the careless and optimistic Grand Gallop Onward, which will make Kiria move forward in a more concentrated and dedicated manner. From wartime to peacetime, every Kirin must do their part. Let's start by herding the masses. Oh, and we can begin the 100-day campaigns right here in the decisions. So let's begin the first 100-day campaign. I kind of fucked this up a bit because I'm not gonna be able to complete this in time. Next time, read before you click. Alright, this time we shall not fuck this up. Well, guys, it seems we have a threat from the south. The Sicerian militarchy has threatened us with war, so let's move our army to the border quickly. I've converted everything except for these vanguard divisions to my reformed banner division, and yeah, now we shall put them to great use. Our generals also are very experienced, except for Dayspring Rose, because, they got her after the war. But yeah, I don't think they stand that much of a chance, honestly. Yep, here is the war. Let's activate the battle plan, and I think we will crush them very easily. Also, just so you know, I have gone down the grand battle plan doctrine during the war, so yeah, we're looking good on, planning and stuff. Also gave her a thorough planner. Well, and there they go. Goodbye. Let us expand Kreis and Femem. Alright, now this is a bit more problematic. Apparently the Roman Kaiserate threatens us with war. And let's just say they're not that weak. And we also have a big-ass border. Now, luckily it's completely covered by a river, but I don't know if that's gonna do much, honestly. So, yeah, plus I barely have manpower, because I need my manpower to get complaints and stuff like that. Let's hope I don't die. Okay, they first declared war on these guys, and they don't have that much troops actually on this border here, but I think they are, yeah, it's problematic. I would also increase my troops, because I do have the equipment, however, there's something I'm lacking. Yeah, I'm already on service by requirement, guys. I do hope I course here, because I don't know, and there's no specific, law here that says so integrate when blah blah blah, whatever. We'll see, we'll see. Can I just, maybe I'm just gonna core. Oh, there, well, okay. Here it comes. Now I've seen that I can get across, so I did increase the template by adding artillery and also these valiants, just for extra measure, because they do have transports. I think they also have tanks, so more piecing for me, I guess. Should look fine. We do have grand battle plans, so we do get a lot of defensiveness also, so that's fine. So let's maybe try and do some stuff. I did set up. Okay, nice. So yeah, I'm just gonna try to capture some supply hubs. I think that's probably the best I can do, because they don't have supplies, they can't do shit anyway. Alright, managed to encircle a lot of troops here. Even these special troops, I think. That's great. Oh my god, guys, finally. Course. Wait, did I? Oh yeah, everything. Okay. Oh. That feels nice. That feels nice. That feels nice. Let's try and integrate these down there too by doing all these decisions. That little manpower doesn't really matter that much, honestly, because I'm gonna get more if this is integrated faster. That means I can now expand my divisions even further. And I get a lot of factories now. Great. Alright, I slowly chipped some of their troops away, captured some supply hubs here and there on the border, and recruited some more soldiers. So I'm hoping to now do a battle plan and completely crush them. You can see it right here. They have 500,000 casualties almost because of me. Didn't suffer that much. Yeah, let's see if this goes well. We are in big troubles, because, now what I said at the beginning about, Kieran's lyric state, well, seems like, we are in big trouble now. We were just about to finish our modernization, and now, yeah, this happens. Great. Just what I needed, man. I'm still not done with these guys, almost though, so, let's hope that this doesn't take that too long anymore. How much troops do they have? I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna have to spawn these guys out and try and do something with them. But what I read through, apparently, even if I kill them, they will rise up somewhere else, I think. And now we have completed our 8 100 days campaigns. And we are in newly industrialized society. Still not a modern one, but that's progress. We have a developed science base. Our education right now is state religious. And yeah. No poverty. Was there poverty? I don't remember. There soon will be poverty though, if I can't deal with these guys. And I can't, because I'm currently the flowers, petals droop. We've now finished all our 100-day campaigns. So now we shall unlock some more things for our new empire. We shall now empower Rising Sun even further and truly create a great realm of the Kirin. In theory and practice are the same. It seems that the city of Fragrance has split away now. That is not great. Yeah, I don't have an army for that. Couldn't they guys have just waited for like just a few seconds? Just wait a little bit, man. You don't gonna like do this immediately, man. Let me finish my stuff here first. Oh, great. Thank God, man. Yeah, that's very much needed to be done now. Great. Yep. Looking very bad. Oh, shit. Let's quickly go there. Well, supremacy of the matriarchate. Oh, I didn't even look up there. Apparently I crushed them. I just sent orders to advance to the cities. My full army didn't even arrive up there. Well, great. Let's crush these now, too. This guy's just gonna train here. The second wave of Neric outbreaks. Like I said, that is not the last of them, so yeah. This was to be expected. Let's send our armies in there. Rising's new empire. Only Rising Sun's voice speaks for Kiria, and her voice is absolute. Well, we've now changed to the supremacist. And Rising Sun is now the supreme matriarch of all Kirin. The Incarnadine Fowls. The third wave of the Neric outbreak. One final effort is all that remains. Oh boy, did I lose my field motion? No. Well, since it's down there, it's probably destroyed now. You can just... Well, guided development. Let's get modern society and the fourth research slot, because yeah, we've just recently gone to 3. Other than that, we've been on 2 the entire time. So research is kind of, it chucks. But we're gonna make it better now. Oh boy, we have defectors. This I didn't do anything with him, man. My troops, what the hell? You can't do this to me. Heir to the revolution. Will this now be the end of the lyric revolts? Probably. Alright, that was scary. Good that I was almost done with the Romans, because that could have been very ugly if that started while I still was pushing into them around here. I've never played this, so I didn't know what was awaiting me, honestly. The last flame snuffed out, and with that, the Neric revolt has been crushed. Even the mightiest fires run out of fuel to burn sooner rather than later. Well, I still have a war goal against these guys, so let's use that. Couldn't really, use it because, there was a big few things to deal with. So now we shall crush them and add their territory to our domain. Alright, it is time to, teach them a lesson about rebelling and how this is just not okay, man. I've already, this had more victory points, by the way, just saying, and also probably more people living in there than this now. Whatever happened to that? Well... preemptive strike against whom? Do they even exist? Oh yeah, there they are. And that's a puppet war goal, so preemptive strike, guys. I'm not gonna use all my armies. It's kind of a waste. Ceasing immortality. Something died in that blaze, but something else was born. The matriarch usurper. Karen may call her matriarch usurper, but she is a matriarch all the same. Yeah. No way I got an achievement. I still forget achievements from mods exist. Alright. Invade them, puppet them, destroy them, whatever else. Why are we embargoed? What the hell, man? Well, time to pacify the zebras. However, yep. I already did that. I already did that, didn't I? There we have a famine. Yes, speaking of modifiers, by the way. Alright, I've now caught everything up that I conquered here. Plus, I now released all these nations here because I don't have any core. I can't get any cores here, and the original purpose here was to puppet them, which I didn't know. So and I also dealt with the famine. It's gone. There's no more famine. Okay, I'm still coring up there, but ignore that. But since there's that nothing else now, yeah, I will end it here now. So yeah, we managed to destroy the original realm of Kiria under the original matriarch of our revolution, and then we flipped and declared ourselves matriarch, and we made this country great. And yeah, we dealt with invasions, threats, and also uprisings. So it was a lot participated here, honestly. So yeah, I will end it here now. So thanks a lot for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it. And please like, subscribe, and leave a comment. And see you next time. Goodbye. I will play whatever version of China and every mod. You can't stop me.